How many times has an adult, your parents, your grandparents, your uncle, anyone, told you this? Kid, life sucks. When you grow up, you're going to have to wake up at 7 a.m. every morning and drink your coffee, your tea, your milk, your water, anything like this. I love coffee. You're going to have to go to work like this. And, looking down, because you don't even dare to show people your face and tell them what to do for a living. So you go like this, looking down. You're going to have to show up to work like this. Sit behind the desk like this. And type like this. Does that sound like something you want to do with yourselves? Every single day from 9 to 5, because that's the work cycle, until the day you retire? Is it? How many times have you said to yourselves, I don't want to end up like this? Well, let me tell you a little secret. You don't have to end up like that. You don't have to, because it's your future. It's not written in the stars. It's not written in a book. Nobody decided it for you before you were born. You decide what you want to do with your lives. And I know, achieving what you want is hard sometimes, but nothing worth it is easy to get. You may have wanted to live as a writer, publishing your books, as a musician in a band, or as an artist selling your paintings. But it always comes down to this. I'm not going to make a living out of it. Say it with me, kids. I'm not going to make a living out of it. Again. I'm not going to make... Delete that thought from your minds, please. Be smarter than the rest. Be you. Be true to yourself, to your passions and your desires. Don't give in to something that some people will say will give you money, because money is nothing compared to happiness. If you have a dream, go for it, because you're not going to get another shot. If you want to be a writer, start looking for publishers that want your book out there. If you want to be an artist, start going to local exhibitions and show your work. If you want to be a football player, start going to your local club and train harder and harder every day. Don't stick to the ordinary or to what society tells you that you have to do, because you are not them. And what matters at the end of the day is your own satisfaction, that you are happy, because you're the only one who will be with you all your life. And I promise you, in fact, no, I don't promise you. I guarantee you that it will be totally worth it. When you sell your first book, after 20 publishers rejected you, God, it feels good. When you're finally able to play at your local cafe with your own band, God, it feels great. And when you're finally able to play for the starting team because you were chosen, God, it feels amazing. What I'm trying to say here is, don't try to predict what your future is going to look like. Create it. Because nobody had ever worked day and night, night and day, 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 day and night, night and day for their dreams, we wouldn't be able to enjoy most of the things that we are able to enjoy today. Legendary bands like AC/DC or Queen wouldn't be here if they hadn't practiced and practiced. Messi, you remember Messi, you know him, right? Yes. Well, Messi wouldn't be the best player in the world if he hadn't trained and trained. So go ahead, kids. Take your time. Gather patience, because you're going to need it, and put in all you have, no matter how much it costs, to reach your goal in life, because you'll be glad that you did in the end. Don't be afraid to become risk takers. Don't be afraid to innovate. But most importantly, please, do not betray yourselves. Don't do it, because what you want to become are one of the most important things in your life. And what your future will look like will depend only on you and what you make of it. And trust me, don't do it, because you definitely don't want to wake up at 7 a.m. every morning like this. You don't want to go to work like this, looking down. You don't want to show up to work like this. You don't want to sit behind the desk like this. And you don't want to type like this. Thanks for listening.